As you work with AutoCAD, you will want to customize some settings in order to be more efficient. Although it is a complicated piece of software, it can be brought under control to meet your needs. I'm going to highlight some of the changes I have made to the options, and I encourage you to explore and do the same. From the Tools pull-down menu, I'm going all the way to the bottom and I will select Options. In the Options window, I have several tabs, starting with Files. I'm going to scroll down, expand the Printer Support file path, expanding the Plot Style Table Search path, and I am currently not on a network, so the location is to my local drive. If I was on a network, I would be changing this location to a network drive by selecting Browse and then selecting the drive letter appropriate for the server. For automatic save file location, you can highlight the current path and browse and change the location if you'd like. Going to Display. In Window Elements, I have Display Scroll Bars in Drawing Window. I'm actually going to turn that off because I really don't use them. I'm going to pan over here. These are the scroll bars. I'm going to select Apply, and they are now gone. Under Colors, I did make a change to the Layout tab. I simply clicked here in this area. The window element changes to read Layout tabs background and paper in parentheses. It currently was set to white, and I changed that to black, so that model space and the layout space, which in the past was referred to as paper space, looked identical. Selecting Apply and Close. Layout Elements, I have turned off all of the options listed because I once again want the model space and the layout space to look similar. I have left on the option to display layout and model tabs. Moving this up a little bit, you can see that I need those in order to make quick changes between model space and the layouts. For the crosshair size, you can set it to any value between 1 and 100. 100 would mean that the cursor would take up the full drawing space. Again, I encourage you to try and change that value and see what may be best for you. Under Open and Save, File, Save, Save As. If you are dealing with clients or consultants that have previous versions of AutoCAD, you may need to be downward compatible. So you can change it to AutoCAD 2000, and when you save your drawings, they would be saved to a previous version. I'm going to leave mine at 2004. File safety precautions. This value is set to 120 by default. I have changed that to every 10 minutes. It will create what is called an $$ file. That is your automatic save. You can always change the $SV extension to a .dwg extension, and it does become a valid drawing file. I currently have one file to be shown as a recently used file. You can change that value to anything else. Since I am using external references throughout this project, I do have Enabled with Copy selected. There aren't any changes I need to make under Plot and Publish. Under System, the only change I made was to not show the Startup dialog box when I begin AutoCAD. And I also have Single Drawing Compatibility Mode deselected. I want to have the option of opening several drawing files at once. Under User Preferences, you can change the way the right-click functions for you. Many options here. Give them a try. I have left mine alone in order to use the right mouse button and demonstrate the features of AutoCAD. In drafting, I have all of my auto snap settings turned on. This is very helpful when I create my floor plans and elevations. I left the color of the auto snap marker alone. It's yellow. You can change it to any other color. The marker size, you can change that as well. The aperture size, that can be changed also by moving the slider bar left or right. And finally, going to selection, the pick box size, set it appropriately. Under selection modes, I have noun and verb selection turned on, which means that I can select the noun, which is the line, and then select the verb, which is to move, and complete the command. Or I can select the verb first, which is to move or to copy, and then select the noun, which is the entity. For grip sizes, you can change that as well, and you can change the colors that are being used when the grips are activated. And those are some of the main changes that I have made towards customizing my user interface.